nettles are really prevalent in the spring. So we talk about nutrition and we talk about things that I'm probably going to go over. So if you're here for the next class, I'm going to be late. We talk about nutrition in a cyclical way around the clock of the year. We tend to eat red meat and dairy and preserved things throughout the winter because that's what's available to us historically today. Because you can get a tomato in January at Kroger, but you can't. We tend to eat heavier, more rich foods throughout the wintertime, and then our body is craving things like zinc, and it's craving certain minerals, and it's craving the greens, and it's craving the things that help reduce that inflammation come spring. What's the first thing that comes up in the spring? Is nettles. They're fresh, they're green, they're one of the first things that come up in the northern hemisphere as far as vegetation is concerned, along with things like sorrel. Your body gets craving those. That's when your body says, well, we need to eat them, and the earth then says, yay, here's some. Nice. You can eat them fresh. You can make soups out of them. You can make pesto out of them. You can do anything you want with them. You can then chop them when they're young. You can dry them. You can keep them and make tinctures and teas with them. And beer. You might, because prostate health is affected by alcohol consumption, you might be kind of negating the effectiveness of it by making beer out of it, but you do you. I'm gonna let you. Green tea, camellia. That's what green tea is. It's tea plant. It's camellia, but in a green form rather than mature and dry. Green and dry has an antioxidant protection, so that oxidational stress that affects your prostate health and contributes to its growth can be negated by green tea. And then also, here's a recipe idea. I didn't put one in there, but depending on what you need of each, you can put nettle root, salt palmetto, green tea in a jar, top it with vinegar or glycerins, make a tincture, take that in the morning. So again, you're adding to your count of tinctures you're taking, but you're still only taking a little bit of liquid during the day, doing it as a shot, and then drinking something you're enjoying, and you're getting a concentrated benefit of it. If you can add it into your diet and you enjoy it, great. If it is not something that you're into as far as your diet is concerned, get it into your body a different way. I really could care less how you do it. Just get that stuff in your body in a different way. We are almost done. Integrating it all, lifestyle synergy. So we talked about stacking things. So like if you're stacking all these tinctures and you're doing all this stuff, you're doing it once a day. You're not taking 17 different things 17 times a day. You're doing one thing, 20 seconds. Now, I do my morning routine after I do yoga, or if that's the day that I do yoga, or after I get back from my garden, because I do farm chores first thing, is I throw a piece of seeded nutty bread in my toaster oven, and I turn it on. I start my water for coffee, and then I start assembling my tinctures while all that's going on. Tincture, 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 da-da-da-da-da. Shoot it, elderberry syrup, and then I drink my first water, usually for the day. I'll drink, an 8-ounce glass of water while I'm waiting for my coffee, while I'm waiting for my toast. And that took 30 seconds. Easy. It's a stackable habit, along with other ways that you're doing anyway. And instead of sitting around waiting for the toaster to ding, or waiting for your coffee to brew, do something. It's easy to stack it. The 4 pillars of stacking are sleep. Rest is really important. We didn't really go into it, but for time. Herb intervention or additions to your life. Movement. We talked about exercise and mindset. So if you're integrating all of those things all together, you're eating mindfully, you're moving mindfully, you're taking your herbs, and you're resting your body when you need rest. And men tend not to do that. We tough it out. We strong arm it. We're going to teach our body in no way am I going to give in to that weakness of sleep. I'm like, just go to bed. Just do it. And then rotating herbal support seasonally, because we talked about living and eating with the seasons. Your herbal stuff can be seasonal too. So there are many herbs that help your prostate health and help your health at different stages that are fresh at any given time of the year. And your palate and your body gets bored really easy. So in the spring, we're going to do nettles and sorrel. We're going to do lycopene-rich foods like carrots and cabbages and tomatoes and stuff in the summer and to the autumn. We're going to eat some preserved food, but it's going to be dried preserves that we make, or jams, or holistic things, rather than crappy food from the grocery store. If you can. If you can't get it from the Whole Foods, get it from somewhere where you're going to be able to get it fresh, as much as possible. So, and then the other thing, because men like this, if you've got the symptoms for something, or if you have the propensity, and I'll add into it, if you have the propensity for something and the symptoms for something, do an intervention for it. If you don't, then don't do it. Don't give yourself things that you don't need if you don't need them. And that simplifies your daily routine, doesn't overcomplicate things. It becomes what I like to call, it's achievable. It's something that is accessible to you. If you don't, then you set yourself up for a miserable amount of failure, because you're setting your expectations up here that you know you're not going to meet. Everyone else knows you're not going to meet. And you're going to do it for January, like new year, new me, and then in February, you're back at McDonald's. So these herbs and these healthy habits are things that if you add in small amounts, you add them over time, you change them up and you make them accessible and easy to do, then it's going to get you a whole lot further than it is trying to really just power through it. My last thoughts, and then I will let you go. And it is, start where you are. Somebody, you were in my class yesterday, you guys were too. I talked about meeting drug addicts and people who are in the grips of addiction, and having empathy for them. And that nurse that was really judgmental and awful, she was not meeting him where he was. She was trying to make sure that he met her where she was. And having an expectation that somebody should be somewhere when they are ready to deserve help. The same goes for you and your life. Start where you are. If you are in just miserable shape, that's okay. It's okay. Start little. Start small. Acknowledge where you are. Be super responsible and know that you are there. Don't delude yourself, but start where you are. Everybody started to get healthy at some point. Everybody started to get crappy at some point. And it takes time to do it. It's going to take time to change it. And then set realistic expectations. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't do too much at one time. And then also know your limitations. So we talked about different ways of getting things. I grow a lot of my own food. That is not an accessible or easy thing to do for everyone. So I don't have an expectation that somebody's going to have a fresh grown tomato that they can go to their backyard and pick, or grow herbs, or know how to do all of that stuff. So start where you are, know your limitations, and then start seeking help. So I talk about taking care of 80% of your health care yourself, and then leaving the 20% to professionals if you need to. And if you start way down here and you're taking care of 10% of your health yourself, great. And you seek help for the rest of the 90 for now, great. You're going to get better at it. But start where you are. And do not put judgment on yourself, and if anybody judges you, flip them off. 1,000%. Just go ahead and give them the finger, and in fact, emphatically say. And then start with one or two concerns if you have them. Don't start with all of them. Start with one or two. Prioritize them. Put them in a priority. And then, like I said, if you don't have a concern, if you don't have symptoms for something, if you're not experiencing it, keep it in your mind, because you know you probably will experience it at some point, but don't do anything about it. Just know that at some point I'm aware of it. I don't have to do anything about it now, but at some point I'm going to keep it into my thing. And then combine culinary and medicinal use. So the easiest way to get herbs into your diet is to eat them. Not making medicine, not making tablet, is to eat them. So as much fresh herbs as you can of the things that we talked about on the lists, incorporate them into your daily diet rather than creating medicines out of them. But if you want to create medicines out of them because that's a habit you can stack, great. If you can eat them, eat them. If you need to take them, take them. Questions? Comments? More? Emotional outbursts? You?
I just said good stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Mike, you're going to get sassy with me over there? Which is fine, too.
If you want me to, I will.
Ready. I'm ready. I'm swole, bro. I'm swole. Thank you guys so much for coming. And hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, I will be up at my booth immediately following. And then I'm here, obviously, till tomorrow. So if there's questions, comments, or more emotional outbursts from the Peanut Gallery, please just let me know. Thanks.
Thank you.